How you doing, guys? I'm going to do kind of a response or kind of copy a video that two other Australian YouTubers have done. So the YouTubers I'm copying or kind of responding to are Gunham Russ and Retro Ranime. I think that's how you pronounce it. Actually did want to do this like 2 weeks ago when they did their videos, but I was just sick, so yeah. I didn't get around to filming it while I was sick and throwing up everywhere and stuff, so I thought I'd finally get around to doing it now. So yeah, this is going to be a video pretty much about how I first got into gaming and how kind of what kind of gaming I did when I was growing up to get to where I am now, where I pretty much play and collect pretty much everything. So yeah. So to start with, I'll start with the console that got me into gaming. It's probably the same as the one that got you into gaming, honestly. It is the original Nintendo, as you can see. Got my box Nintendo here that I picked up, I believe, last year or the year before. So I was pretty glad to grab a box. My first memories of playing this was I was at a friend's house and I was playing. It actually wasn't his Nintendo; it was his brother's Nintendo. And the obvious game that we were playing was the cart that comes with that pretty much everyone first played with their Nintendo, the Mario Bros. Duck Hunt cart. Let's picture the gun inside there. So, yeah, it was pretty standard entry, I would say, to a gaming. It was just on my friend's brother's Nintendo, so I spent a lot of time playing Mario and Duck Hunt. I also remember a couple of other games, kind of like, oh sorry, I'll put this down. So like Snake Rattle and Roll. What else was there? There was a cricket game. There was a Jurassic Park game as well. Marble Madness was another one. It was kind of a lot of other stuff as well. It wasn't just kind of Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt and that kind of thing, but yeah. And there was also I went to with my mum to work a lot of times for a friend, and a friend had kind of those old what are they called, those kind of iMac computers around in kind of the late 90s, early 2000s-ish. So I remember playing a lot on those as well. There's a few games, but I don't remember them too well. I know I did play Come San Diego game. I'm not sure which one. There's a few of those. I played some kind of monster table tennis game as well, which I'm not too sure about. Probably one of you guys knows what I'm talking about out there, but I can't remember the name of it. It's kind of like just like a table tennis game, except you're playing against kind of these like grotesque looking monsters and stuff like that. So yeah, and there was a few others I played as well, a few other spaceship shooters and things like that, but I really don't know the names or anything like that. I just don't remember. So yeah. Aside from that, the first console I actually owned was the next one I'm going to show you. It was the Game Boy Color. So this is the first system I actually physically owned myself, and it was a pretty good system to start with because when I got it, I actually got, well, this would be no surprise either. This I shouldn't be surprised by the game I got with it. Still have the original cart, so lucky I didn't have to re-buy it. Pokemon Red. So this is actually my original game from back in the day, so pretty cool. It does have some label damage on it, but pretty good considering how much I carried this thing with me everywhere. Like I pretty much, unless I was going to school, pretty much everywhere else I went, I carried this with me in my carrying bag. So I was always playing my Game Boy. As you can probably tell by looking at it up close, see the select button's pretty much worn down, and it's looking a little worse for wear, but yeah, I played it a lot, carried it around a lot, playing Pokemon Red and just a whole bunch of other games, a lot of I liked the later Wario Land games and that Donkey Kong Land, and so many good games for the Game Boy, so it was always a system I really enjoy. Still collecting and playing other Game Boy games that I didn't get a chance to play before. So it's still a good system, still a good fun system. So some of you might be saying that that's not really your first system because it's a handheld, so it doesn't count. Well, then my first actual system was this bad boy here, the Ice Blue Nintendo 64. Now this was a lot of fun as well. That same friend whose brother's Nintendo played, I also went over there and we played GoldenEye and Super Smash Brothers, and I believe there was, what was it? Like an Army Man game as well, the green little Army Man games. It was like a shooter, like a kind of like a GoldenEye setup where you could play a four-player split screen on that. So much fun. I have so many memories of playing all those games. It was just really, this is like a really heavily focused kind of multiplayer kind of machine. So it was great when you could just get a lot of people together and play a lot of those multiplayer games. It was like Star Wars Pod Race as well, which is a good one. A lot of the racing games as well was good, that you had you could play 4 players off the bat without having to buy a multi-tap or anything for your PlayStation, so that was just really good. So I have a lot of fond memories with my 64 playing a lot of those games. So yeah, good console, a lot of good memories there. And then I believe it was around 2001 or 2, 3, kind of around that 3-year period, I actually ended up getting a PlayStation 1 console finally. PS2 had already been out for a while when I got my PS1 finally. Had a lot of fun with that as well. And after the PlayStation 1, I really moved into more kind of PlayStation territory and got myself a PlayStation 2, which is a good system that there's a bajillion games for, literally a bazillion games. I believe they actually only stopped making, I believe they still made a FIFA game for it this year, or last year, so pretty crazy how long they've made games for the PlayStation 2 from 2000 or 2001 to 2014. Anyway, I'll get on with this. Too much more. And then after the PlayStation 2 era, I kind of did take a break from gaming and really didn't play too much at all. When I got back into it, I think it was about 2009, 2010. That's when I finally picked up a Xbox 360, and I was playing that with some guys at school. It's online, playing them out, like Halo and that kind of thing. Got me back into gaming again. Started playing a lot of my older games as well, and just generally playing a lot of stuff, a lot of different stuff, collecting for a lot of different stuff. Kind of started not too long after that, so I got back into kind of the older consoles. Very glad that I very rarely kind of sold things. I know a lot of other people where they've had to kind of, I know they have probably might not have wanted to, but they've had to sell some of their older collection, or they got rid of it stupidly at garage sales and stuff. I was pretty lucky that I never did that, so I had a majority of this stuff. It was just put away, so I didn't have to go rebuy everything. Now kind of the more, I guess you could say, inflated kind of prices now that you're paying for stuff on eBay, especially seems to especially the 64 games and that are going really, really high. So pretty glad I never got rid of anything when I was younger. All kept everything just safely stored away. So yeah. I just thought I'd make that little kind of response rip-off video, whatever you want to call it, to Gundam Russ and Retro Runway, or Russ and Retro Anime. I believe your name is Ryan? I believe that's it anyway. So yeah, I just thought I'd make this kind of video just explaining a bit more about how I got into games and what I do now with games and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, hope you've stayed around for the whole video, and I'll see you guys next time.